We all know about Liverpool's pedigree with historic European nights. However, this was a step too far for them as they fall to defeat in the second leg of their tie against Real Madrid, losing on aggregate by 6-2. Join me as we go through the talking points in this game and discuss where it all went wrong. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, it really would mean a lot to me. But now let's talk about Liverpool losing to Real Madrid in the Champions League. The game ended 1-0 to Real Madrid, and if we're really honest about it, the better team won, and the better team definitely won over both legs. Liverpool just weren't able to really get into the game. They weren't able to really create any clear-cut chances. Yes, the attacking momentum might seem like Liverpool had some major opportunities, but I didn't really think that they actually created all too much. They had a couple of half chances, and that was about it. If we have a look at the players, I've got to say that I think Jurgen Klopp got it wrong. I really do. We can see James Milner, Fabinho and Cody Gakpo as the midfield three for Liverpool, and at times I found myself scratching my head wondering how this system was being played, because Cody Gakpo at times really came into the central attacking midfield position, and then at other times he came out to this right hand side. It seemed like from a defensive point of view that Gakpo was on this right hand side, and then going forwards he'd take up a more central role, but it never really materialised. Darwin Núñez and Mohamed Salah were left fairly isolated, and Diogo Jota barely had a single kick of the ball. Then it was left on James Milner and Fabinho to really find the passes, and there was no creation in the middle of midfield. Now don't get me wrong, Liverpool aren't exactly known at the moment for their creative midfielders, but I just felt like they were continuously hitting a brick wall. Milner was never really able to find passes into Jota or into Salah or into Núñez, and the same was said for Fabinho. So you were relying on your two fullbacks, your right back and your left back. But even then, although they got very far forward, they never really managed to materialise any kind of attacking opportunity. There were no overloads to be had, even though the Madrid fullbacks came too far forwards. I thought there was so much space down the wings, but they never really occupied it. The system just didn't work in this instance. And that was partly down to Madrid and the way they stifled Liverpool going forwards, and it was also down to the way Liverpool set up. I just didn't think it worked. It looked like a system and it looked like a style of play that Jurgen Klopp and his team had created just to try for this game, and it just didn't seem to materialise. We'll have a talk about Real Madrid in just a second, but if we have a look at Liverpool's average positions, you'll see what I mean. Cody Gakpo comes into this central attacking midfield position, and then it left for James Milner and Fabinho to really try and find either him or an attacking player, and in the end they ended up having to go backwards or sideways towards one of the fullbacks. It just never really orchestrated into any kind of serious attacks. You can see that Darwin Núñez is fairly isolated over here and just unable to really find any kind of channel, but these were where the spaces were. It's over here where you had a lot of space because the Madrid fullbacks overcommitted in certain areas. I just never thought that this system and the way they played in this triangle was something that Liverpool seemed comfortable with, something that the players seemed comfortable with, and they didn't have the creation in Milner or Fabinho to be able to try and get the ball into their attacking areas. It just didn't work. As for Madrid, they did what they do best. They were fantastic. Camavinga in this central defensive midfield role. You can understand why Casemiro was sold when they have him coming through the wings along with Tchouaméni. Just amazing. Benzema gets the goal, obviously, through his poaching, and then you had Vinicius Jr., who was an absolute nightmare to deal with. Fede Valverde was continuously on sprint the entire time, and he is just an absolute engine when it comes to work rate, coming into this right-hand side to make sure that Luka Modric can then cut inside. Carvajal is a bit more protected, and so is Nacho from course coming across, and it all just shuffles across and allows them to really make it difficult for Liverpool to really go forwards. I think they found out that Liverpool were very gung-ho to begin with, and they made it a job of stifling that. And when we look at the Madrid attack, or the Madrid team I should say, you can see that they have a clear 4-3-3, and it was Valverde, again, like I said, who dropped deeper to try and help out Carvajal, who didn't get too far forwards. Nacho was being covered by Course, who came across, and that then led to everyone else covering for each other. It just was a system that seemed to work. Rudiger dropped a little bit deeper, but if from a Liverpool point of view, you can see what I mean, where the space was just in behind the two fullbacks, and they never found any way of isolating them. And Trent Alexander-Arnold's crossing was, I'm sorry, just shambolic. He needs to do better. And then you have Vinicius Jr. making those darting runs past where Trent was leaving the space. They did what Liverpool should have done. They found out that Vinicius Jr. was going to be able to isolate or exploit the space that Trent Alexander-Arnold leaves, and that's exactly what happens. He utilised his pace, and he was able to really exploit the space that was given by Alexander-Arnold going forwards. In the end, the goal isn't anything really crazy to write home about, but it just was a statement of intent from Real Madrid to show that they were the better side here. They were the dominant side. Virgil van Dijk and Konate really struggled with long balls that came from the likes of Modric, even Rudiger in certain occasions, and they just struggled. Liverpool as a whole struggled to really either break Real Madrid down or to create any kind of opportunity. Defensively, they struggled yet again as well. And finally, let's have a look at some of the stats. You can see 2.15 XG from Real Madrid. They just dominated every single stat. Liverpool 0.49, illustrating my point, or emphasising my point, that they just failed to get anything going. 5 shots on target, but really, how many of them really troubled Thibaut Courtois? Not too many. And we can see that Real Madrid won most of their duels, 47-38. It just was a case of one side being better than the other. Unfortunately for Liverpool, they're going to have to go back, lick their wounds, and try to understand where it all went wrong. The game ended 1-0 to Real Madrid. They go through into the quarterfinals. Liverpool drop out, and the game aggregate score was just too much. Real Madrid scoring 6 goals, Liverpool scoring 2. 6-2 on aggregate is quite the deficit. It's going to be quite the fallout for Liverpool, but as I said, for Real Madrid, they go through. Jurgen Klopp just got it wrong for me. He just got it wrong. That's it for today, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave the video with a like and subscribe if you haven't for more content like this coming very soon. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well. You don't want to miss what's coming up in the near future. And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below on Liverpool and how you think their season has gone. Well, how do you think it's going to be turned around? Can it be turned around? Let me know your thoughts. Liverpool fans, I want to hear from you as well. How does the season reset for you? Is Jude Bellingham the answer? Is just getting players in the answer? What is the answer for Liverpool? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. But like I said, that's it from me for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, my friends, take care of yourselves and bye-bye.